You want God to walk with you, don't you? You have been praying and you have been asking God to expose himself to you and make himself known to you so clearly, to the point where you just know that it's him. So I'm going to read from Ezekiel chapter 43 verse 9, and it says, "Now let them put their harlotry and carcasses of their kings far away from me, and I will dwell in their midst forever." That's it. What have you been bowing down to without actually getting on your knees and worshipping? What have you been doing in your spare time when you know you could be spending time with God? Like, what have you been doing? Like, what are you idolizing right now that you don't even think you're idolizing? If you don't know what it is, then you haven't been praying enough. You haven't been connecting with God enough. Because if you were, then you would know what that is, because you would have probably heard him tell you about what those things are and to expose those things, and he would have exposed it to you. So this video is either just a confirmation and a reminder for you to go ahead and ask your Father to expose those parts and those things inside of your heart that you have been idolizing, or that you have been doing to really just ruin your connection with him. You know, it comes with a lot of obedience, a lot of breaking. This walk with God comes with a lot of breaking and just rebuilding up your character and everything in Christ, because who you once were before is not who you are today, and you know that for a fact. And God has been telling his children that you're not the same. Like, you're not the same. You've changed a lot, you know what I mean? And I desire you to be able to congratulate yourself on that without the pride. You know, like, realize that you still have parts in your heart that you've been working on with God, but it's the little things, the little parts of pleasure that spark in you, and it reminds you of how it felt to do those things, or to be in an environment where you had the most fun back before you knew who Jesus Christ was, and back before you met your first love, the Lord. So yeah, like, God is literally just telling us to put down the things and whatever it is that we are playing the harlot to as well. And obviously in the Bible, God explains the harlot to be like a woman or a man that is pretending to be someone else's, like, spouse when it's not, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like that it applies to playing the harlot. Also applies to marriages, it applies to relationships, but it also applies to just everyday things. Like, what is it that you are serving that is not for you? You know, like, what is it that you are serving? What is it that you are doing? What is it that you are doing that that you know that you're not supposed to be in that position, but you're entertaining that thing, you're entertaining that person, that thing? Like, it could even be like reels, like scrolling on, and I'm talking to myself as well. Like, I be scrolling sometimes, you know, and I've done a few fasts with the Lord to, like, get me to be able to not do that when I'm bored. You know, like, I give my time to God, I really truly do, and I admire our time together, and I really appreciate, I've realized how much God has done in me, you know. But then there's those times where it's like, okay, well, maybe I've done so much work, you know. It's like, I don't say that to myself, like, oh, I've been doing so much for the Lord and with the Lord, so I should just go and scroll on social media for my freedom, my free time. Like, I don't say that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just something that unfortunately happens unconsciously, and we as children of God, we need to stop doing that. And you don't need to, but you probably should. And the reason why I say that you need to is because if you desire to grow closer to the Lord, then that's something that you need to, like, really strip away from yourself. You know, there's a lot of things, it's not just social media and all those things.